Hey, what's up, guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, the Heads on Spikes happened in The Walking Dead Season 9. It was pretty awesome, pretty sad, but honestly, I thought it was well done. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I did like some of the characters that died. But yeah, it was just this really big moment in the story. It was basically the next Negan killing Glenn, or Negan killing Glenn and Abraham. It was that type of thing. I think it was the next big event. I remember all the way back in Season 7, I was anticipating the Heads on Spikes happening because I knew it was going to happen. I remember the moment I saw Ezekiel, the moment Ezekiel was introduced, I was like, yeah, he's going to get his comic death, and it's going to be the end of Season 9. I mean, if you watch the show and you read the comics, it's really not that difficult to sort of figure out where certain things are going to, when certain things are going to happen. Season 7 was going to be March to War. Season 8 was going to be All Out War. Season 9 was going to be A New Beginning, and then they were probably going to have the Heads on Spikes at the very end, probably the last episode. I mean, structurally, that just makes too much sense. So I figured, yeah, Ezekiel was going to die at the end of Season 9. It was pretty interesting that he didn't. And Rosita didn't, too. I remember Rosita and Ezekiel, they're the two big ones. They're the two big characters that die in the comics. And I love Rosita. I love Christian Serratos. I like Ezekiel a lot. I definitely thought that Ezekiel surviving his comic death would be interesting. Just Ezekiel and the Whisper of War just seems interesting. I really wanted that fourth year milestone for him. And with Rosita, I love her so much, and I love the actress, but I just, like Ezekiel, I was honestly crossing my fingers, really, really hoping against hope that he would survive. But Rosita, I just didn't even want to set myself up for failure. It's not that I didn't love the idea of her surviving Season 9 or surviving her comic death. It's just that I had no hope. It just seemed like a dream, like a fantasy, just this long, distant fantasy that would never come to fruition. She would get her comic death no matter what. Because after all, Season 9 is her 6th year, like Tara. So they decided to kill another 6-year veteran character instead of Rosita. And I was just really blown away by that. I not only did, one of those two big characters survive, but both of them, Rosita and Ezekiel, survived the Heads on Spikes. It's so crazy that we're getting Rosita and Ezekiel in Season 10. Rosita in particular, Rosita survived Season 9 is never a sentence I thought I would say. But today, I get to say it because it happened. It's a reality. Watch her die in the Season 10 premiere. But still, I mean, Season 10 is Season 10, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, in some ways, it kind of feels like Rosita was traded for Tara. And, I mean, they're both 6-year characters. And you could say that about Ezekiel and Henry. They killed off Henry so Ezekiel could live on. And in both cases, I think I agree. I mean, with Rosita and Tara, it's tricky because I really do love both characters. But, I mean, if someone had walked up to me and said, okay, in Season 9, the Heads on Spikes are going to happen, one of these two characters has to die. One of them lives, one of them dies. Either you can kill off Tara and save Rosita, or you can kill off Rosita and save Tara. That's a tricky one because I love both characters. I'm not one of those people that hates Tara. I actually love Tara. Tara's one of my favorites. I was pretty hurt when she died. In some ways, it still doesn't feel right. In some ways, it doesn't. In some ways, I love it. In some ways, I really do like how they did that with Tara. But in some ways, it doesn't quite feel right. And maybe that's just because she was honestly the next Glenn. I mean, she had been around for so long, 6 years, almost 6 entire years, 6 seasons. And I was a fan of her since day one. I remember, I think I even watched the episode live, Season 4, Episode 6, when Tara Chandler first got introduced. And she had just turned into such a legend, year after year after year. She defied all odds, and all the people that wanted her dead, they just had to be kind of butthurt about it because she wouldn't die. And I was so happy for her, and I was so happy for her character. But, Rosita, I think I prefer her a little bit more. I think Rosita as a character is a little more interesting than Tara as a character. I think her dialogue's a little more interesting. Her personality is a little more interesting. I think Christian Serratos' performance is a little more interesting than Elena Masterson. And I mean, like I said, I love both characters, but I do slightly prefer Rosita. So I am really, really happy that Rosita got to survive season 9. And it's not like I didn't want all the heads on spikes to be characters I didn't give a shit about. I wanted it to be a sad death. I just wanted Rosita and Ezekiel to live. I mean, all things considered, I got my wish down to a T. And yeah, Tara's death hurts, and Henry's death hurts. Enid, Enid's death hurts. Is that what I say? But Henry and Tara in particular were pretty crushing and just pretty disturbing, and they just hurt. It hurt to see those good people die such horrific deaths. Like Henry, it really seemed like they were setting him up to be this really heroic, good person, and maybe even a leader type of character someday. And they're giving him Comic Carl's storyline. And I mean, yeah, their deaths hurt, but it's so cool that we get to keep Rosita and Ezekiel. So overall, I'm happy with the decision that they made. If I had to choose between killing Rosita and killing Tara, it's not, neither one of those options are great, but I would have killed Tara too. I mean, it's not like she didn't have a good run. She did. And I'm just so amazed that we get to see Rosita in season 10. In season 10, we get to see Rosita go on beyond her comic death, maybe even be a super badass in the Whisper War. That's crazy. I never would have imagined that. And we're going to get it. That's awesome. And I know a lot of people that love Rosita. Rosita has a pretty big fan base. Like, whenever I put her face on a video thumbnail, it's like an instant 1,000 views guaranteed. She has a really big fan base, and I don't blame them. She's a great character, great actress, very beautiful to look at. That doesn't hurt anything. But I mean, obviously, she's more than a pretty face. I think there's a lot more to her character, and I'm really happy that she gets to have such a long run. And I mean, she's really going to be one of the longest living characters. I mean, there's no way she's not going to get to her 7th year. It's going to happen. Season 10, episode 1. That'll be her 7th year. There's not a lot of characters that last 7 years on The Walking Dead, so I'm really happy for her, and I'm proud of the actress for managing to make it this long. And like I said, there's so many people that love her character. I remember all the comments I got on videos saying, "I hate Tara. They should kill off Tara. Leave my girl Rosita alone." And I mean, Jesus, they must have thrown a party, because that's exactly what happened. I mean, it's sad. It's sad that Tara died, but I wanted sad deaths. I just didn't want Rosita and Ezekiel. So overall, if they killed off Henry to keep Ezekiel, and they killed off Tara to keep Rosita. If that's what they did, I'm fine with it. I think they made the right decision. But that's just me. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 521 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 600 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters, and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 600. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye!